G'day guys, I'm Michael Dalrymple, the curator of Roslyn Park. I work for the City of Greater Bendigo and I'm here to take you through our annual displays today. First off, I'll just start with a bit of background information. In March, our team of four sit down together and plan our displays. Each team member is given a certain area and they're aimed with coming up with a theme to use as much colour as possible to bring as many families as we can to Bendigo. We try to have our tulips bloom for the September school holidays. We feel this is the best periods for families to get out. Even though that might be a little bit restricted by COVID this year, I'd make sure you make the effort to get to our nice little park and have a look. I'll take you over for a few. Just first of all, it is a live stream today, so if you've got any questions, just chuck them down in the comments and I'll respond to them as I can. First of all, we've got these are our Bull Street beds. These are probably our largest bed and it's definitely our most photographed one. We get people coming, there's thousands of photos taken each year. So just you can see, we've done some patterns. We've got our nice orange tulip in the middle, coming through to our whites on the outside. We've gone for a zigzag so that you can look straight down the line for a photo and you've got an image of it all and you can have your family members next to it to take a photo. The only thing that's sort of hindered us this year is it's been a little bit cold. A couple more weeks of sunshine, even one, and they'll be out to bloom and perfect for everybody. I'll take you over here and we actually have a display that was designed by myself personally. I've gone for what we call a colour fade. This is a new attempt that we've gone for. So as you can see, I've gone for the bright red. We're moving into a red and yellow tulip, and then you come down and through and we've got a bright, strong yellow. This is to give an effect because the grass, the bright colours stand out against it and it's going to give us an all-round good display. Come with me and I'll take you onto our walkway beds. Our walkway beds are probably our most pivotal beds because these are the ones that are the entrance to the park. These are where you'll walk in with your family when you come to see them. You'll probably see me, I'll be here weeding around the tulips because we have to maintain them during the spring. And as you can see, we've gone for two-tone colours straight down, alternating each as you go along, all the way down to our red and yellow. Come over to me. Next we've got our ivy baskets. Our ivy baskets, they're a permanent structure, they'll stay here through the year. We like to put our tulips in between. It's really crucial for this display that we pick a high tulip, something around 40 to 50 centimetres, because you can get them all the way down to 10, but then we wouldn't get the display that we want. So we want them sticking out above the ivy. Another week, these will all be about this high, give you a great display. We've got pink and orange, and then orange and pink alternating colours, just for another look. If you come on over, over here is a design by our nursery team. So they've grown these on at our local nursery in Golden Square, and they've done each crate, they've put them here. So this is for a zoom view from the top that they'll actually spell out Bendigo in a couple of weeks. So you have your B, your E, your N, your D, your I, your G and your O. So then this is also another good time to probably speak to you about our tulip cam. It's going to be going live on our website. You'll be able to tune in and watch the tulips glow. I'm sure that through this you'll be able to see a time lapse and you'll get to enjoy them as much as I do. You just walk along with me, you'll get a great shot of our open areas and the tulips coming into bloom. I've actually got a colleague who's going to take you through her designs, and she'll give you a bit of a rundown on what we get up to in the planning process and how we go about it all. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Grace and I'm another one of the horticulturalists here at Roslyn Park. Come with me and I'm going to show you the next bit. So over here we have the last of our jonquils and our daffodils mixed in with our beautiful rose display, which currently doesn't look like much, but that's because we just pruned it. It is a beautiful display and complements our tulip display really nicely. So we've got the last of the jonquils and the daffodils, and in the main park we've got our crocus, the last of our hyacinths, and some small bluebells. Over this way we've got our annual and tulip mixed display. So we've got here some pink early flowering tulips and some smaller ones that will flower later in the season. That's also mixed with some purple and white pansies here, just to complement the display nicely. This way over here we have I guess our later flowering tulips. At the moment they don't look like much, but they really will start to pop out in the next couple of weeks and they will look really beautiful. Along with that, we also have our normal perennial display here, which is looking really good at the moment as well, in springtime glory. We'll head this way. So our last bed here is the most whimsical of all of the beds, and you'll see why. It's because it's shaped like a Pac-Man. Now this is just looking so good at the moment. There's yellow and red, and soon there'll be a purple eye to finish it off. But at the moment we've got these beautiful yellow balloon tulips that are just popping out like no other. They're known for having really big petals that just cover the space really well. And that's about it. Now we can answer some of your questions if you like.
So to answer a few of your questions, we get questions like, where did tulips originate from? So it's a common misconception that tulips originated in Belgium, but actually they didn't. They're from the Middle Eastern high mountains. In the Middle Eastern mountains, they get ideal tulip conditions, which is dry, arid areas, as they love to bloom when there's a bit of heat in the soil. So my recommendation to you is, if you're gonna plant tulips, wait till you get your heavy frosts. Once you get them, put them in the ground. Come spring, the soil heats up. There you go, you'll have your tulips flowering like ours do.
So how many tulips are planted?
So roughly this year, we planted about 36,000 tulips, which are, that's obviously a few. So that takes us about 2 weeks to plant. So then usually we have the tulip dig, but this year we're not quite sure of what's going to happen with COVID, as it's been a bit of an up and down year. So just keep tuned to the Facebook page for all the information that you'll need on restrictions, changing dates, and if we can get a tulip dig happening.
And where else in Bendigo other than here can we see the tulips?
So if you want to see the tulips, I'd come here first, and then at the other end of Roslyn Park, at the south end, there's the Queen's Gardens. It's, to give you a rough estimate, if you go to the fountain in Bendigo, which most tourists will know, just look across from the fountain, you'll see our bright colours. I'd also attend Civic Square. It's directly across from Pall Mall in Bendigo. So if you go there, you'll see our other displays and our gardeners that in the CBD, they look after and they put in for you. It's all part of the Big Bloom Festival in Bendigo. All right, so thanks for your time. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the park.